Hello, everyone. Hi, Life Branders. Welcome to Life Branding with Miss H. So, in today's or tonight's segment, I will be sharing with you my US citizenship journey. Nabubulol na ako. My US citizenship journey or my 105 days US citizenship journey to be exact. And by the way, I am Hannah Lagod. I love being with my family. I also love going for a bike ride. And I love swimming. That's why in one of my current reels, I have my swimming time there, something like that. Or I actually really love to be reunited with nature to just keep balance in life that this with regards of that not all technology is important but also to be back with nature. So again, thank you very much and welcome to this live streaming wherever you are watching, either in YouTube or in Facebook. And if you are in YouTube and you are not yet connected to me, please subscribe. And if you are in watching in Facebook, please follow me and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section or in the live chat so I can personally thank you and I can also connect with you. Okay, so to start with my story, I just want to share with you that way back before, when I was still a single, something like that, in my 20s, I actually never dreamed that I would be marrying a foreigner, or especially an American. Because way back then, every foreigner or I knew or I've heard, I've seen, they are actually they really have a bad I really had a bad impression with them because most of them are rude, arrogant, they mistreated people, um, even when we are working there and in the Philippines. I've also encountered very bad foreigners, something like that. And I've known some like they are really stink. So said, oh no way, I'm not gonna marry a foreigner. But then when I was working in smart communication, we have one subscriber, and his name is Kuya Ed. Though he already passed away, but he's the one that opened the door. I don't know why or how. He just told me, Hannah, your beauty is pan foreigner, or your beauty is for foreigner, something like that. Because way back I have a very um brown skin or tan, something like that. And I said, oh, I don't like foreigners, something like that. But then when time comes that what you call this, my first fiance, I just wanna be honest with you. When my first fiance cheated on me, and then I started chatting online, something like that. And then I also have a work online. So what I did, what you call this, I actually met a lot of and also foreigner, but most of them didn't work. The relationship didn't work because some of them are. I will not go into details, but I just want to. Ayan. By the way, guys, thank you very much to our two viewers. I will just I need my eyeglasses to read. If you have a call that, if you are there, please leave something in the chat box so I can shout out you. Ayan. Shout out dyan sa aking family sa Philippines, especially sa aking ate na nasa Cavite. Ayan, si Ate Vange nasa Cavite. And I don't know if she will be able to watch this live streaming. And then si Jessreel, yung kanyang second son. Of course, si Dave Angelo na rin na sa Palawan. And also Kim and Ivan. Ayan, just hope you have fun and you make most of your time being together as a family kahit you are not with your eldest son. Ayan, so yun nga, as I go back, what you call this, I was lost. I'm lost now. Okay, so yun nga, and then until such a time that I really decided not to uh, look for someone online because again there are the relationship didn't work out, and I got so hurt, something like that. So I just offered everything to God, and I gave God, because I was able to attend one of the conferences about love and dating, something like that. And then one of the speaker said that when you are looking for someone, do not pray to God, Lord, give me this someone, this qualification, ganyan ganyan. Don't do that, because but you, when you give God the qualification, you already have someone in mind. So he said, when you give God a qualification, don't think of anyone. Let God put face on that someone you are describing. So so I prayed to God to give me a, what you call this, a man of God, or a man that fears God. And then number two, uh, a family man, responsible. And then a foreigner. I mentioned there, a foreigner, and then tall, because I am 4'11" or 4'11 and a half, something like that. So I said I want to have a tall husband, so our children will not be like my height. So tall, and then responsible, something like that. And then I wrote it in a piece of paper. And then during one of our happy birthday Jesus, because every December we write our prayer requests or wishes, something like that. And then when we offer our gift to Jesus, we include that prayer list in our when we prayed. And to cut the story short, so I met Joe. I met Joe again in online also, because in way back 2009 I have an online job in which I'm the one encoding all the, like it's a related, the company is related to online booking, like the hotel.com, something like that, booking.com. Those are one of the websites that I'm dealing with. I'm the one putting all the hotel description, the rates, the initial rate, something like that. And whenever they need to have a changes, or somebody book online, so I'm the one updating that in the website. And most of the time, in a day, more or less, I'm doing 3 to 4 websites or hotels. And then at the end of the day, or at the half of the day, I'm already done all those, all the things that I need to do, because my boss just send me an email what I need to do for the day. And then half of the day I'm already done. So what I did is I just chat online, something like that. And then I went to myspace.com before. It's also a social media or a networking site, but now it's a music network, I think. So I met Joe there. And like what I've said a while ago, I said I don't wanna talk to someone else online. But then when Joe messaged me, he's very polite and respectful. He messaged me like, "Oh, you are really cute with your bandana," because I'm wearing a hat in my profile. So he thought that I'm not going to reply, but then I replied and I said, thank you very much for that nice comment or not nice appreciation, something like that." So is starting that we communicated way back from 2008. And then 2009, that's the first time he came to Philippines to visit me, and then he right away proposed. And then after proposal, 2009, he came back here in the US. And then go back after a year in 2010, and then 2011, and then 2012. He did not go there in preparation for our wedding in 2013, because to get married, of course, is not also very easy, and it's not cheap. So he saved those 1 year for him to save money. And then 2013, we get married. April 18, 2013, that's the date I'm sorry, April 18, 2013, that's the date when we get married. And then April 22, I really love April, because most of our or most of my life journey starts on April, something like that. And then April 22, 2017, it's like for ish yeah, for 4 years from the time when we get married. I came here or arrived here in the US. So that's April 18, 2017. So April 5, just this year, 2022, I applied with my US. I applied as a US citizen because it's more or less 5 years. Kasi April 22, 2022, I will be 5 years. And supposedly with the visa that I have, because my visa is R1 visa or immigrant visa with 10-year permanent residency. It's because there are actually two kinds of spouse visa, the CR1 visa and the R1 visa. I hope if you are watching this and you are planning to come here as a spouse visa or something like that, these are the difference. So for the CR1 visa, it means you are married in the Philippines with less than 2 years before you apply for your immigrant visa or spouse visa. With that visa, you will be given a 2-year conditional visa when you get here, like so that, yep, a temporary resident visa for 2 years, and then after 2 years you will renew it to become 5 years, and then after 5 years you will apply it for 10 years. But on my case, since we applied 2016 for my visa, so it's more than 2 years. So I was given an R1 immigrant spouse visa, in which right the moment I step on the US soil, I already given a green card visa, in which it has 10-year permanent residency. So when I get here, I was able to work right away. Of course, because I'm just new, so I need to apply. So from April to August, that's the time that I applied for my work, because I already have my social security number and I have my green card visa, something like that. So that's April 22, 2017. So April 22, 2022, this year, that's my 5 years. But I actually can apply after 3 years of staying here in the US without going outside the US after 3 years. But then I just waited for 5 years to do that. Okay, because applying for a US citizenship also is not cheap. Okay, so just to give you a heads up, I paid 750 for my US citizenship application. That includes the application fee and your biometric fee. 650 680 and six, something like that. I forgot the how the 750 was spent. Basta 750 is to apply. Ayan, thank you very much for our viewers dyan. Thank you for coming. Please don't forget to guys, to like and leave a comment in the section below. And then so I applied April 5, 2022. After 3 days, I received a notification. Ay, sorry guys. When you apply para your US citizenship application, when you apply your US citizenship, you need to create an account in the USCIS.gov account or website. That's where you fill up all the forms that they have there, and then that is also when you apply. That's also the time if you want to start your application right away. You also right away pay, but if you don't, you can go back and forth. Like for example, kasi the application is a little bit long, so you really need to be focused because there are so many things that they will be asking you to ano to include in your application. So either me, I because whenever I do something, I'm really focused. So I said, okay, this time I will fill up my application and I will start it right away. So I really finished everything. I don't need to go back, something like that. So in that day, April 5, I finish it. So after 3 days, or April 8, I receive a notification from USCIS that I will be having my biometric schedule. And the schedule was May 3, 2022, around 2 p.m. Around 2 p.m. in the yeah, around 2 p.m. So when May 3 comes, we arrive there more or less 12, almost 1 o'clock. So a friend of mine that is already been US citizen, she told me just go inside, because if there are no that there's not a lot of people inside, they will allow you to go there, or to be to get inside. So I just tried, and I showed my invitation. So for your biometrics, you need to always bring, whenever you enter the USCIS facilities, you really need to hi, CR1 yung akin. Ay, si R1 pala yung sa'yo? Ay, okay. Ayan, sa akin kasi R1. Thank you for listening. Ayan. So tawag dito, when you enter the USCIS facilities, you really need to bring the notification that they sent you, because they will send you via mail. So I just didn't have yeah, the the notice. Or wait, I can never mind. Later na lang. Or pwede rin na lang, wait lang, I'll just get my notification. Ayan. I hope I didn't. Ayan. Oops. Dalang guys, Shoutout dyan sa'yo, si RD. Ano ba yun? Nandito na ako. Saglit lang. Nandito. Wait lang po. Wait lang. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. So this is my so this is my notice. Yeah, they will inform you that your biometric schedule will be this one and this one. So you need to bring this paper. Yeah, of course, hindi niyo makita kasi I'm in my green screen, something like that. And then after that, so that's May 3. So I have my biometric schedule. Instead of 2 p.m., they let me go inside around 1 p.m., something like that. So before 2 p.m., we're already done with my biometrics. And so they said, okay, just wait for another notification for your schedule. Okay, and then after few weeks, like 20 days. So June 8, I receive a notification that I will be having my interview on July 18, 2022, around 10:45 a.m. naman. So ayun. Before that, to do the biometrics pala guys, they will be taking pictures of you. So when you get inside the facility, make sure that you are not wearing any metals or something like that. As much as possible, don't wear any earrings that like metals. So there will be no interruption when you go inside. Because if you are wearing those, they will rescan you. So what I did, I didn't bring anything. I just bring my phone, and then just have my ring, because the ring is is not considered metal or something, though it's so I have my ring, and then I have my cell phone, and then I have my notification, and then I have, but also my state ID and my green card. So those are the IDs that I brought with me, because they will ask you about those IDs. Okay. So after that, we went home, and then by July 8 nga, I know I received a notice that I will be having my schedule on July 18, 2022, which is just last Monday. Okay, around 10:45 a.m. So during the interview, I before the interview, I prepared everything, because when you receive your notification, they will give you the guidelines. What are the things that you need to do? So what I did, I just brought everything that I attached to my application, like the marriage certificate, my husband and my so that my husband and my birth certificate, my daughter's birth certificate, even since because my husband married twice, so I brought there the divorce paper, uh, documents, because I they will also ask that in the application. So or in short, everything that you attach to your application, you better bring it in case they will ask for the original copy of it. Okay, but for my case, they did not ask. But it's still good to have it with you than nothing. Okay, because they will say, okay, I will just, we'll just wait for your, documents, and then we'll let you know if you're approved or something like that. So better bring everything. Even our current ref, tax payment, I also bring that, the folder of our tax, to make sure that we don't owe anything from the federal, something like that. Okay, so okay, so and then July 18, when we arrived there, we also they also let me go inside. Hi, Mommy Ivy, shout out, thank you very much sa paharan. Thank you. Ayan, so there's no my schedule is 10:45, but we arrived there around 10:15. Yeah, 10:15, something like that. And then they also let me go inside. Unfortunately, I didn't hear well what the guard said to give my papers to window one. And then I just waited there, and I just waited there. Something they said, when the officer is calling, they have those paper that the notification paper, something like that. So I asked the guard, sir, where else can I go to give my, and I said, he told me, yeah, on the window one. I already told you. Oh, and then he said, okay, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't hear that. So I give my papers, and so. So around 10, yeah, more or less 10:45 or 10:40, the officer already called me. And then I go inside, and then he let me stand. He asked me to keep standing, because uh, I will give an oath that everything I will be saying, or I will be telling them is true, but or nothing but the truth. Like when you are being oath in the court, something like that. So that's the first thing that I was asked to do. So and then we sat down, and then he asked for my green card ID, and then I give it to him, and then he told me, okay, first we're going to, I will going to ask you for the civic test, something like that. So the civic test is actually during the time, after your biometric, they will give you a brochure or a flyers, or yeah, a brochure about the 2000, because right now, I don't know if it's all the same, but in my case, I was given a 2008, what you call that, US naturalization test, a version. So they said that's the one that I need to review. So I have, like, from May 3 to July 18, I have more than 2 months to review the questionnaires written in the brochure. Out of, actually, there are 100 questions in the civic test. There are actually 100 questions that we need to review, but out of 100, you will only be asked 10 questions. And out of 10 questions, you need to have a correct answer. Like, you need to have a 6 correct answer for you to be able to pass the civic test. Okay. So, yun nga, the civic test first, and then, what you call this? The civic test. Just a tip, guys. When you do your review, there's actually, I find out a video in YouTube. That is what that actually the night before my interview, I found out that that video in YouTube about the test, the 100 naturalization test. He divided it into group, like for people, he divided into people, into documents or history, something like that. So it's more actually precise. It's very easy to it's very easy to review. I will put in my description pala later on about what are the channel name of that of that person that I watch, because it will really give you a good way to review the 100 exam, because he separated the people, the history, the the documents, and even the state question where you live, something like that. So after the civic test, so he asked me, so are you ready to do the civic test? And I said, I'm actually so nervous. That time when I gave my notice to the person in window one, I was actually not in my senses. Parang I'm so nervous. I don't understand what they are telling me, something like that. The girl said, "Can you give me your left index finger?" I gave her my right index finger because I'm just so tense. So when I came back to my seat, I actually pray to God, Lord, please give me the spirit of peace, give me the spirit of let me calm down, let me relax, something like that. So I don't know, when God gave me that after I take a deep breath, something like that. So going back, when the officer asked me, "Are you ready for your civic test?" Because I will ask your civic test first before doing the rest of the procedure in your interview. Said, "Yes, sir, I'm ready." And then the first question is so funny, because the first question that he asked is actually one of the very easy question that I memorized the first time I reviewed. But unfortunately, I didn't get the right answer, because okay, guys, the questions actually, each individual are different. They will not ask the same question when when you have your US citizenship interview in civic test. They will not ask you the same question. So this is just my question. So I'm not saying that if you will be applying, the same question will be applied to you, but this is my experience. Okay, so the first question is, what are the two parts of Congress? My answer is, answer them actually. My answer is Secretary of Energy and Secretary of Agriculture. My answer is actually the question for what are the two cabinet position available, something like that. But the officer did not tell me right away that I got it wrong. So and then he just and then number two question, uh what month are we going to what month do we vote for president? So I answered that November, every November. And then, who is the governor of your state? Of course, Governor Mike Parson, something like that. And then, what is the name of your speaker of the house? I said Nancy Pelosi. And then, um what how old do we vote? So I answered 18 years old and above. And then the last question was to replace the number one question. He asked me, what are the two federal national holidays? And said Independence Day and Memorial Day. Okay, so those are, and said, okay, you passed the civic test, but you just failed one answer, and that's the number one. So like what I've said, I didn't answer the first question. But in short, I passed the civic test and I'm so happy. And then after that, I was asked na we go now. We went to my application. He ran through my application form, everything that I wrote there, like what's your full name, what's your date of birth, what is your husband's full name, what is your um, husband's date of birth, where do you live, something like that. Ano pa ba? How long did you stay in that residence or in that address, or did you ano, and then did you leave the US five years before, something like that. And then of course I answered all those because those are the information that I put in my application. And then there are a few questions that I got so confused and had a hard time answering when he asked when how many times did your husband get married, and then I said two. And then he asked, "What is the birth date of your husband's first wife?" And said, "What?" Something like that. But glad I know. I a little bit remember because my husband's ex-wife and me are actually friends. We are in good terms. So in case you know you have a husband that has been divorced, you really need to really be friends with their spouse, with their ex-spouse, because you will be getting information such as the date of birth, the time when they get married, and the time that they have the divorce. Good thing that my husband only get married twice, from his ex and me. So I only need to answer once. And then I said, August. I remember August 1, 19 something. I said 1969 and said close. It's 1968. So at least I know. I'm still good with that. And they said, do you know when they get married and when they divorce? Said, I know when they divorce. It's March 12th, 19, something like that, 1999. And then they get married. And then I said, okay, this is what I know. They have, I know my husband's daughter was born in June 24, 1989. So it means more or less, I remember January 21, 1989, something like that. I'm not so sure with my answer. I said, okay, January 21, 1989. So actually that question made me relax because I know it's really not fun, but it's kind of like it breaks the nervousness that I felt inside with that question, and so on and so forth, about everything everything that you have answered. Even they will ask you that you will if you will if you are willing to stand for United States in case of emergency, something like, or needed, something like that, and so on and so forth. All the in short, all the things, all the information that you write or input in your application, they will ask you. But somebody said, I wasn't asked that much question, but still just to make sure that you are really you are not going to be a threat to the United States. That's the most important. They want to know when you are applying for US citizenship. And so the officer said, okay. So I was given this form, naturalization interview results. He said you passed the English test and the US history and government test. And then congratulations, your application has been recommended for approval. At this time, it appears that you have established your eligibility for naturalization. If final approval is granted, you will be notified of when and where to report for your naturalization ceremony. So in short, guys, I already received yesterday in July 18 also, the day that I was interviewed, that they already taken action on my application, that I was approved, and they will send me a schedule, um, the schedule when and where I will be doing my oath taking. Ayan. So that's my from April 5 2022 to July 18, 2022, which is 105 days US Citizenship Journey. Hey, shout out Banish Vlogs. Congratulations, ate. Thank you very much, Bunso. Ayan, ano na talaga to? Totohanan na to. Kaya gusto kong sabihin sa inyo ngayon, I'm sorry na ano tuloy. That's why I just want to tell you guys, if you are following my reels about Filipino word for today, my Filipino word for today is ako ngayon ay Amerikana na. Ako ngayon ay Amerikana na. Or I am now an American. I am now an American, or ako ngayon ay Amerikana na. Ako ngayon ay Amerikana na. Ayan, that is our Tagalog word for today. And ang tips lang guys, if you are going to apply for your US citizenship, when you arrive in the US, just have a focus what you want, when do you want to get your US or when do you want to be a US citizen? Because me, I really said that in 5 years I will be applying my US citizenship. That's why nga, right, the moment I reached 5 years here, I applied. And of course, we really need to save money too, kasi nga it's not cheap to apply. Or in short, if you are a foreigner and you have a Filipino wife or spouse, or if you are not American, you are from Europe, just want to let you know that it's not cheap to marry a Filipino, yeah, or a Filipina. You will really need to save a lot of money, and plan, seriously plan of getting of marrying a Filipina, because it's really expensive. Yan, because we know. But of course, if you're going to marry a Filipina, it's worth it, because we really cared so much with our spouse. We cook them a lot, good food, something like that. So it's really worth, uh, marrying a Filipina. Ayan, can anybody say yes, I agree? Something like that. So that's one of my tip. And also, you really need to know what you really want in life, so you will not be out focused. You really need to put a time frame. When are you going to apply for your US citizenship journey? Ayan. And also, of course, be a good citizen, while you are not yet a US citizen. Be a good citizen, so they cannot see anything that will let them disapprove your application. Ayan. So I think that's all. That's my 105 days US citizenship journey. And again, guys, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are in Facebook and you don't follow me yet, please, I'm asking if you can follow me, so I can also follow you and connect with you. And yeah, if anybody can, if any one of you has a question, you are free to you are free to ask, and I can answer that. We still have a little bit time to do that. Ayan. Thank you very much, Jan, to our 1 million viewer. Ayan, if you don't have any question anymore, is there anybody there that want to ask question? Or maybe you are wondering if I will just keep myself being a US citizen. No, something like that. Yeah, I'm actually planning to do a dual citizen, cuz I yeah. But next time na lang natin yan pag-usapan. Okay. But for now, I am now an official US citizen of United States. US citizen of United States pa talaga, ha. And again, thank you very much for watching this Life Branding with Miss H segment about my US citizenship journey. And I just wanna let you go, guys. And before I go, I just want to encourage you or inspire you with this golden rule: don't do unto others what you don't want others to unto you, or do unto others what you want others do unto you. Be always kind to everyone and don't give up on something that you want to do, and keep yourself motivated in everything that you do. Okay, God bless everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye. Have a great day. I will be ending this one in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.